Hi, and welcome to my channel at Bunny Hollow Crafts. The pages are done and we're going to do a walkthrough and show you some of the tips of how I did some of these things. This is the first, or one side, and then we'll flip over and look at the other side of the pages. All right, this is going to be just a few tips. I'm not sure how long it'll be, but please join me and we'll get into it. I'm working on one of the pages and I made a mistake, and I don't know why I feel compelled to show you my mistakes. I just hope it can help you. Okay, I was cutting this page paper out to put on the front of this one. This is the one where the pockets are offset. And I added magnets, as you can see. But when I cut it, it didn't cut all the way. And so I ripped it out. And look what I did on the corner. Just, I don't know what I was thinking. So what I'm going to do, and I think every time there's a mistake, things just get better. So I've been loving this little piece of paper. Oh my gosh, I think the little dog heads are so cute. And so what I'm going to do is just put it on the side. It will cover that up. But I think matting it in black would be even better. This is just a scrap I just grabbed out of the scrap bin. Okay, what I want to do, since it has plenty of length, right? And I don't want to lose that dog head, nor do I want that white space right there. I'm going to trim it on the other side of the dog. So I'm just going to mark it. Go ahead and mark it. I think I'll mark it on this paper. It'd be helpful. So I'm going to pull the dog head down to where I want it so that I get this dog, and I'm going to even try to measure them up equally. I want to make sure I get his bow tie so it can go up a little bit more. Okay, so let's trim it right there and right there. No, another mistake, but this time I caught myself. I'm going to erase those marks because we need to leave room to mat it, right? So let's cut it a little bit shorter than we want. So let's move him down. So let's move it there and there. And I don't think, we're going to go right under his bow tie. I think that'll be fine. Let me trim that out, and then, am I really under his bow tie? Well, I'm going to go under his bow tie and we'll check it again. Yeah, I'm going to go right in here. Changed my mark, but that's a good thing. All right, now my doggies are kind of centered. We'll put them on this little black scrap. I hope the weather is good where you guys are. It's getting better in Texas today, I think. Should be warming up to about 39 today, which would be wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So just going to put this on here. I'm so glad I get to use them because they're just so cute. Okay, I need to erase some pencil marks. Okay. And then I'm going to trim that out. Another little piece of paper. I got little pieces of paper everywhere. But that just shows you you're making progress, right? All right, let's trim down that side. It would be easier to do it that way. It'd be really easier to do it with my ruler. Okay, when your paper is very short in here, or you don't have much room on the other side, I'm going to bring my blade up and sink it down and then cut. And that'll keep you from getting a jagged cut. Okay. All right, this is going to be a good save. All right, clean up a little bit. No, I don't need to put that in there. I'm going to use it in just a sec. All right, so let's put this piece of paper on first. Peel off the tape from my magnet and just put this down. The little dog-eared corner is in the left-hand corner. Boy, this one's got pencil marks all over it. Okay, let's erase those too while I'm thinking about it. I think I use the eraser almost as much as I use anything in my craft room. So that, doggone, it's a little bit short. Do we have another idea for saving? Because I want to cover up my little corner. I don't know if you can see it. Let me show you what I'm fighting against. Me, this persnickety me. See the boogered up corner where I just ripped it out of the book like a silly nilly? All right, so that's a little short. So we're just going to mat it again. I've got plenty of scraps, right? Is that going to be wide enough? No. Well, I'll just pull out a bigger one. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to mark this as the width I want it, which would have been the better way to go in the first place. Move it over, mark it right down there, the bottom of the black. I want it to go from this black edge to that black edge. Okay, so let me trim that and see if we got close. Okay, that should go from one black edge to the other black edge. I like that much better. Okay, so now I'm just going to put this on top of that and act like we did it on purpose, right? It's just a little decorative edge to cover up a mistake. Let's just get it centered on this. My pencil mark is on that side. And you won't even really be able to tell. I mean, it's black on black, all right? So I'm going to trim it out with my ruler because it's just easier. Okay, now we have a double fix for our single little problem. I'm not even going to worry with test fit. I'm just going to glue it down. I thought about gluing it down as a pocket, you know, a tip-in area, but I decided no, got enough pockets. And it's not that big really for a tip-in, but I guess I could have left that open, but I'm happy with that. So that goes under there, right? Is that how I had it? I have magnets under there. Yes, that's how it goes. So it doesn't fall open. Did I do that right? Where are my magnets? They're there and there, which goes to there and there. Yeah, okay, all right. All right, so there's a good fix when you have a dingy little problem like that. I'm gonna add a magnet to right here, or actually, you know, under here. So we'll put it on this side first to connect it over here. I just feel like I put magnets in here and here, but I feel like it could use the help over there. So I already put an X and an I, or whatever they are, plus and a minus, together. So I know they stick that way. So I'm going to take them apart. I'm going to put the one that sticks down, which is this one. I'm going to take the, let's see, where do I want it to? I want it to go to that corner. So we're going to take the paper off. Now I was going to leave this corner black, but I guess I'll have to cover it now. So now, put this one on top, right? Take off the sticky paper and just stick it down. And that'll really double ensure that that page is going nowhere. Can you see? It's going nowhere. It's held really tight. All right, I'm glad I caught that. All right, compelled again to show you mistakes. See the little mess up in the middle of the brown paper? Yes, that's because I put my magnet, the other side of this paper is really cute. It's, I believe it's this paper right here, and I wanted to test out how it looked. So I laid it down. Of course, the magnet had the score tape on it, and yeah, when I pulled it up, there we go. So, but I just want to show you that you can always fix these things. Don't ever get upset about it. So I found a cut apart, backed it on black. I'm just going to stick it right there in the corner. I'm going to glue it, put glue kind of so they can tip in a picture. But again, just want to show you there's no reason to get upset when you make a mistake. No reason at all. And it'll look all the cuter. That's what I think happens. Every time I make a mistake, things just get better, right? Things just get better. And you won't even see that when these are closed, right? So I will have to cover these. I was going to leave them black, but since I have the exposed magnet, I'll find some paper and do that. All right, we are getting on down the road here. I told you I'd come back when we made a closure for this sort of waterfall. Nothing is glued down. I'm just going around this cut apart with a black pin. Always do this from the back with the face of it towards you, because if you slip off, which like I just did right there, it would go onto the back, not the front. But getting rid of the white core just makes me happy. It's almost like you're mad at it, but you didn't. All right, so we're going to use that for our closure. And that's why I pulled out this piece of black scrap. I'm going to mark that to glue onto there. I'm not going to glue it yet because we want to hide our magnet under here and under this blue paper. Is that going to work? Is this too thick? Let's test that out. How about with bigger magnets? Let me open these up real quick. Okay, I've got out my bigger magnets here. If we put one under here, right? How do they catch? Like that. Okay, so let's just stick it under there. And let's stick it under here. Let's see if it'll catch. By gollies. It did. Look at there. It just found where it went. So we're going to use that to close it. Where did my magnet go? Slid all the way up there. All right. So now let me take that off. Let's take the adhesive off. And I'll put that somewhere in the middle. I want to be a good inch away from that so that when you put your paper on there, you know, you have some room to get it down. Okay, so then let's take this out and let's let that catch. Come on, you're supposed to catch. There you go. Oh, it's with the adhesive up. That's right. Hold on, let me think. All right, what I'm going to do is get a piece of score tape. Since the sticky side is on the bottom, it's on the wrong side. I don't know how I managed to have that happen. And we can't let the thing slide and go, right? But it definitely wants to hang on to that side. Let's just take it up here and let it find the magnet. Hold up. When it's down, it's got to be closed. Let's see if that will work. No, I did it upside down. Aren't you glad you're with me? Okay. This is dyslexia in progress. Turn it over. Let it find it again. Tell me I did that right. Yes, I did that right. Find it again. There it is. Okay, now when we lay this down, we're going to have some magic underneath. Push it down really well so your tape catches. Boom. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, but that is the way it works in this household. All right, so let's take the tape off of there and get this paper down here and get moving. We're now magneted in and we know it will hold. Love this blue paper. This is my favorite color in the world. Probably this shade of blue. I love it. Okay, I'm not going to cover the backs here that are black because that will just add bulk. We are going to cover this with this. So let's just go ahead and do it. Oh, didn't I glue that down before I added my... Alrighty, we're gluing down and I realized my mistake. And I could say I meant to do it that way, but I'm not that person. I forgot all about this and we already have our magnets down. So we'll just find a different place for it. And we don't need it. And as well, if that magnet should have been stuck to that, if we were going to use this for a closure, and that would have just added another layer. And I think it's pretty thick layers at the minute anyway. So I'm going to let that go. But it's ready to use somewhere else, that's for sure. I love this paper. I think it's so cute and it's so fun to work with. I wanted the closure because it could hide, and I guess it still could, you know, just bring something to it. Let me think on that, see if I can come up with a solution. Okay, solution has been found. I pulled out my smaller magnets, that's one more, but if I just dropped it and look, it just finds where it's supposed to go. So now if I fold this and attach this magnet to the back of that, we're back on our game plan. So I think I'll put it in my scoreboard to get a clean score, a clean fold. Just do it somewhere where I did that. Where is my, here it is. Actually, I'll go just above it. And then that will fold back nicely. Okay, and then maybe we will put something on the back. We've got an extra magnet and it would cover up this little flap, right? So let's pretend, well, I didn't fold that straight, or maybe the paper's not cut straight. It won't matter, it's going to be underneath. So let's pull this up. We can place it anywhere down in there. I just want to take off the adhesive. The magnet is stuck to its friend down below. It's not going anywhere, see? So let's just get this straight. We're covering up. Let's let the little doggy faces. Let's don't cover them up. Well, I'm right at the bottom, so let's just go there. All right, so now it's stuck here. So now we let it find. And we need to glue this down. So let's put some glue on the back of that. Didn't really need to make it so big, but I did. Well, no, because it's going to cover up a lot of that. Let's cut it. Scissors, excuse the arm. I'm cutting it right there. You go away. And now let's lay this down, get it nice and straight. And just fold that down. And let our glue do its job. Okay. Now we have a closure. This just, it wasn't needed. That's not going anywhere. But now we have another thing to find something else to cover up. That is, to me, the essence of making a mini album, because mistakes are gonna happen, and when they do, better things happen, right? All right, starting a new page. This is it. This is the one that has the 2 flips going this way. This will be the last page I'm working on. The back is not done yet. That has, what is this, just raised up and has a pocket underneath. I think that might have been the first page we made. All right, so this is going to go on there. And I want to put this as a, let's see, does this flip open? Then let's let this flip open too. No, I can't do that with this. It's got to flip down from the top. This is my scrap and I'm going to use it. So let's just glue it on here, and then we'll trim it and score it. So place it at the bottom, since it's going to tip up, right? And then let's pull in scoreboard and score it up at the top of it. So let's go, leaving a little bit of a border. You can fold that. Make sure everything is down nice and tight. The only other thing to think about, and I'm a little bit tired of using magnets, but we could, you know, close that down with a magnet. It's probably long enough that it wouldn't be a problem. I think I'm just going to go with it as is. The one thing I am going to do is take my black marker, though. This doesn't bother me on white paper. I didn't do it around that. But on darker paper, I just see that white line. So I also, now that I brought it up closer to me, I see pencil marks I need to erase. This will be my last page. I always think it's my last page, and then it's not, because I have to go back and create a page to go on the inside back cover, right? Because that's where our waterfall is going to be. So that'll have to be a separate page, like that pocket page that I made that was separate for the front. And then we will, what am I trying to say, build the cover and the spine, you know, the hinge system and all that. I'll do a hinge one-on-one. It is really not hard. I don't want you guys to be intimidated about it. We can break it down, make it very easy math. All right, that is down. Let's pull in the trimmer and trim, because we have extra back here, right? So let's put that fold, that score mark at a 1/2 inch, and just trim. I think I will burnish that down. All right, pull this in, just put some glue on it. The cut-aparts in here are so cute. It's been really fun to use them. All right, I'll pull it down, try not to get my head in there. And just center it. There we go. I also need to erase my... Okay, there we have flip up and a flip over. All right, right now my desk is covered in mess, and I have about gone through the entire paper pack, but I just cut that out, just fussy cut it. It was one of the cut-aparts. Very easy, just straight cuts. Let me make sure I got it right before I... Yeah, that'll be fine. All right, so just gonna put this on black and then fussy cut again and put it on this page with the cute dog faces. That was my last one I haven't used, and that was my favorite pages. So I'm just gonna stick that down in the middle. Kind of wish I'd gone around the outside of it with a black marker, but I'm not going to sweat it at this moment. And it'll just be straight cut, fussy cutting again, which was very easy and very simple. And then I think I'll just put it up here in the right-hand corner, or I guess that's the left-hand corner. Okay, it is all cut out, and I found it easier actually to use it's easy to cut them when it's on this side, but when you have to get there and your scissors are on the wrong side, it's hard, and using my little finger blade was very helpful. So I'm just going to put glue at the top and a little bit on, well, not that side. Let's wipe that off of there. This side, because we want to be able to tip in a photo, right? So let's let that dry, because I don't want that sticking. I think that'll be okay. I'm just going to stick it on here. Kind of right there. Kind of sandwich that little puppy. Okay, and then we'll have to glue this down, of course. But that way, you know, they could put a photo in, right? So, okay, so that one's down. And I love these little dog faces. They're just so cute. All right, so just a little bit more. And then we're done, because this is the back and that's done. That'll be the last page. I should keep going. Oh, we've got a couple more pages. This is a pocket. So I have lots of little scraps, believe me, for the pocket. What could we use? Oh my. Well, I will find something and surprise you. Alrighty, this is exciting. This is the last piece of paper for our book. I'm just going to go around, because that white core, I just don't like seeing the white core. It also helps get rid of the little fuzzies, because they'll be black and they won't be seen as easily. Although I do try to go, when it's like that, I'll go over it with my little sanding block, because you cut a lot of papers, your blade, and I just can't replace a blade every, you know, in the middle of a project. That's just ridiculous. It's crazy. All right, so the minute is at hand. Oh my gosh. Okay, glue, come out. Come out. Isn't that the cutest paper? I have to say, this is the only piece of paper, that's not true. I used one other piece of paper from this other collection called Bark. But all the rest of it came from my dog. And so I put those down there on the pocket. And I still have to glue this down, so I'm not really done, but that just slips right in there. Alrighty. So that goes down there. Slide that into place, get that nice and square. I may do a tip in or something up there, I don't know. But that's sort of with the decorating. I'll go back through these pages and put stickers and cutesies and things like that. There's still plenty to do, even though you get this sense of done. Okay, slip that down in the pocket and then square it up at the top. Oh my goodness. Alrighty, last page is done.